Go rap out till I black out. Y'all want more G's than the L. 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 Y'all want more G's than the L.
Welcome to the Baltic eSports League Pro Season 1. My name is Derek Danger and together with me is Cookie, and we are about to go into the week 8 of the BSL. Well, it's pretty high because there's only 2 more weeks left, after which the top 4 teams will go to the LAN event at the Hypertown Riga Expo, which is going to take place in 26th to 27th of May.
Yeah, and we've seen 7 weeks. Right now, we already know most likely which teams are going to go to the LAN, but we still there, like, keep yourself alive. Could still make it, as the 3rd and 4th spot is still open for, I'd say, like 5 teams or 4 teams. So let's check the schedule to see what games we'll see this week, and then get our predictions of the matchups today.
So today we can start off the week with a match between Keep Yourself Alive versus Žalgiris eSports, followed up by Imantas versus Falcon eSports. Now, tomorrow we'll have one match which is going to be Team Solomata versus Vegan Unit 4.
Yeah, and to close out the week, we'll have Surreal Gaming versus NACL, the 2 bottom tier teams playing each other, and maybe Surreal Gaming are going to get their first wins, so that's going to be a hype matchup. And Team Coinflip Gaming versus Iron Wolves, don't really know how that one will go out really, but yeah. Let's check today's matchups, as we have Keep Yourself Alive playing versus Žalgiris eSports, and Žalgiris eSports now was Public Enemy, now has rebranded, and it's really hyped to see some sports teams from the Baltic States investing into eSports. And yeah, we can already check this rosters. For Žalgiris eSports, we'll have Smacker in the top lane, Ekas in the jungle, Rimtulis in the mid lane, Frexy ADC, and Afting support.
And for Keep Yourself Alive, we got Arnex in the top lane, TVX in jungle, Damas in mid lane, ZTY and NoFaz on bot lane. Now, Žalgiris eSports tied for the 1st place, while Keep Yourself Alive is around the 5th place, but only 2 points are separating them between the teams. So if Keep Yourself Alive win this matchup, then they'll be tied with Žalgiris eSports.
Yeah, and if Keep Yourself Alive win both of the games, they're also in the running for. They also are all guaranteed for the LAN event, most likely, if they don't lose the next week's games. But yeah, I think that it would be hype to see Keep Yourself Alive in the LAN. They are contesting with Imants 5 right now, so we'll see both of the teams play today. We'll see Keep Yourself Alive play against Žalgiris, and we'll see Imants 5 play against Falcon eSports.
And well, to get a bigger picture of what's happening, can we see this, the standings for now? And the standings going into the week 8 is, as mentioned, well, Žalgiris eSports and Iron Wolves tied for the 1st place, followed up by Falcon eSports versus Mantis 5, which are 3rd and 4th place. And closing out, 5th and 6th place is Keep Yourself Alive and Team Coinflip Gaming.
Yeah, and 7th and 8th are Vegan Unit 4 and Team Solomata, while 9th and 10th are NACL and Surreal Gaming.
So we can see that there's probably like 6 teams who have a chance to go to LAN still. Obviously, Iron Wolves and Žalgiris eSports have the upper hand in this, since they have the point advantage, but everything can still happen.
Yeah, and you can see from the wins and losses that all the teams are actually really close in the standings. So so everybody still has to play their hardest. It's not that one team has guaranteed their spot in the LAN. even though it's week 8. So it's pretty hyped to see these type of standings. Not like that Iron Wolves would be first with a record that they could just end this week and next week and still make it. So yeah, you can see that all the teams are really close, and it's going to be the last sprint for each team to try and get to Hypertown.
And well, as these are the last weeks, we are giving away the tickets to the Hypertown Riga Expo. And to participate in the giveaway, it's pretty simple. You just have to be really active in chat during the games. And after both matches, after the first one, Keep Yourself Live versus Žalgiris and Imansva versus Falcon eSports, we'll announce one winner who will get a 2-day ticket to the Hypertown Riga Expo. So yeah, just be active in the chat, and well, after both matches, we'll announce the winner.
Yeah, and yeah, just be active. If you don't know what to spam, just spam hashtag Žalgiris win or hashtag Iron Wolves win that don't play today. So just you can spam anything you want. Be active in the chat. Talk about the games. If you talk about the games, other people will put in their opinion what's happening in the games, and then you can have a conversation, and that just makes the watching experience more fun.
And well, as the players are getting ready for the first game, we'll take a short break, after which we'll jump right into the champion select between Keep Yourself Live and Žalgiris eSports. And we are back in the BSL and the first champion select for the game between Keep Yourself Alive versus Žalgiris eSports. And the first ban coming through is Zerat, followed up by Fizz from Žalgiris eSports side.
Yeah, Domasan is respected for his fizz, so I don't want to see that out of him. I want to see if they're going to ban out Jace, as we saw Khan pull out Jace in LCK, so maybe Arnex will have gotten his confidence back from that and might pull it out this time.
I don't know, but in that case, it's to go carry top lane, you have to have a specific team comp, pretty much, and specific players. Like obviously, Spartan and Desert would be able to just hold bottom lane on their own. That's what you need to go to carry top lane, but I don't know if they want to risk it in this kind of situation. And yeah, following bans are Cyan Kazakhs from the Keep Yourself Live side and Caitlyn Kaiser from Žalgiris eSports side.
Yeah.
And let's see which is going to be the first pick now.
Nidalee.
That is Nidalee for TVX, and that is, I think, the most played champion for him this season.
Yeah, and stealing that pick again from Ekes and banning out the Kazakhs, so Ekes won't have a carry champion in jungle. So I want to see what he'll be able to pull out. But I think that's a really good draft from them already, as I think if they can shut down Ekes, then they should be able to win the game.
And ZAL locked in. Is it going to be followed up by Rakan? Are they going to ZAL Rakan bot lane? Because if so, then, well, Caitlyn Kaiser are already banned. ZAL Rakan would be the next one on the line, with an exception of Jhin Alistar, if you
Jhin
ask
Morgana.
me. I think Jhin Alistar is better.
Could be. And Lee Sin coming out from Ekes. I think we haven't seen Ekes play Lee Sin yet. I think this is going to be his first game in the BSL at Lee Sin. So a carry type champion that falls off in the late game. So I hope we see a damage build, not just a tank build, so he'd be a tank in the late game with the insect plays, but I want him to see one-shotting people.
And well, Tristana locked in for Spartan. So that's going to be interesting, because I don't know if Zai can punish Tristana that much for Tristan to...
I think no. I
Yeah.
think, like, Zai has a bit of a higher like attack range, but I think Tristana can still like survive the laning phase pretty well. And if that's together with Janna, then I think they have a pretty safe lane already.
But now they have to worry if if they just take Rakan and go all in on the bot lane with the Lee Sin, they can just dive over and over again. And I don't know if Janna was the right pickup here. I would think that Alistar or Braum would be better, or even the same Tom Kench.
Well, we'll see. As both Spartan and Desha surprised me last week when they played against Team Salamata. I thought they were going to have a bit of a not as strong of a showing against Helvis and Capsi, but they were able to win both. I would say win both of the bot lanes. The second game they were kind of shaky as the Fiddlestick pick came out, and Capsi was able to do a lot with the pick. So that was kind of misleading, but still I think they did a really good job and were able to do a lot there.
Well, Jace and Zed banned from Žalgiris eSports on second phase of bans. And from Keep Yourself Alive, we get Ornn and the last ban coming through. It should be top lane as well, probably. Well, they banned Cyan, they banned Ornn, maybe they'll ban just, well, that's Shen.
Yeah, Cho'Gath is still open, but I think that Arnex likes the Cho'Gath pick, so they could just leave it for him. And then it's, what else do we have in top lane, like Maokai?
We get Maokai, we get not Talia, but
Swain.
Camille.
We have Swain
Camille,
as well.
Swain,
Gangplank.
the new Irelia, Fiora if you want.
Yeah, Arnex showed us his Renekton also once, so that could also come out. as Rise hover. Usually, teams don't. Well, the BSL teams don't play Rise, as you need a lot of practice on the champion to really show how good you are with it. So Domus seems like he's ready to show his Rise mechanics, and I think it's a really good champion if you can use it right. So we'll have to see what Domus will be able to do with him.
Well, the last pick coming through for Keep Yourself Alive is going to be Gnar, which is, I don't know if it's not a bad pick versus Cho'Gath. He'll be able to bully him out later in the game, but I would want something with more scaling than Gnar, since Cho'Gath can pretty much match it for the first 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, and well, if Arnex can pop off on the champion, then we've seen some crazy builds with Blade of the Ruined King and Hurricane just to keep the split push going.
And talk about crazy picks, we got Twisted Fate for Rimptolis. And this is a champion I think we've seen only once, maybe. I'm not even sure about that, so we haven't seen Twisted Fate at all.
I think we haven't seen in BSL Twisted Fate at all, so some Grossgore cosplay here coming in.
And Twisted Fate is a pretty strong pick. Not bad versus Rise either. And if he gets some early farm and early items, he'll be able to just do the same as Talia, only a bit worse. I would say that Talia is a better Twisted Fate at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, a solid pick from Rimptolis. And let's see if they have a strategy together with Lee Sin. If Ekes, after level 6, if Ekes can just go all in on the Nidalee, and there's Rimptolis always following up, then it's a good combo.
Yeah, and Rimptolis has a lot of experience on the champion. He has put a lot of games in it, and I'm surprised that we only see him now. I expect him to pick it up more, and even though like Kassadin was open and Cassiopeia and Orianna, the champions that he usually plays, he goes with the Twisted Fate, his comfort pick, so he wants to take this game into his own hands and be able to carry it.
And well, with all that, we're going to take a short break, after which the game between Keep Yourself Alive and Žalgiris eSports will take place.
G's than the L. Y'all want more 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 G's than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the game between Keep Yourself Alive versus Žalgiris eSports. Unfortunately, will not be able to see the game from the minute 1. We'll start from minute 5 due to technical difficulties. Stuff happens, but yeah, we already see that Keep Yourself Alive with 3-1 a lead. Now, first blood did go to Akers. He ganked Arnex and got the first blood on top lane, and then there was a bit, a small skirmish near the dragon pit, and Keep Yourself Alive got 3 kills there.
And now we're in, and this is going to just show us, we're just going to jump in and see that, yeah, Keep Yourself Alive have the lead now. And it's interesting what they'll be able to do as TVX is top lane.
TVX is top lane, but Akers is not too far behind. Smackler is trying to kite them away, but it is a little bit too much damage for Akers to be there in time.
And TVX just managed to cover some, like, slither to the spear through the minions there. Damn, that was something.
And well, Keep Yourself Alive leading to almost 2K in 6 minutes. That's pretty crazy. Now, on bot lane, that is probably the most important matchup, since if Zyrokan cannot punish this Tristana, then I don't see any win conditions for Žalgiris eSports here.
Yeah, and Žalgiris eSports kind of have this like mid-game composition, I would say, where they want to do as much as they can mid-game. But if they start falling behind from the early game, then it's going to be really hard for them to take the W here.
And well, Žalgiris eSports does have like 1-3-1 composition. Well, I would say 4-1 compositions rather, because I don't think that in later game Smackler will be able to stand up against Arnex, and Rimtolis and Akers will just have to try to make plays on the map.
Yeah, and the big composition from Žalgiris will, yeah, in the mid game they should be able to do it. I expect like Rimtolis to go, like have the Zhonius, and then he just ults in.
And well, Akers poked down a little bit near the mid lane.
Yeah, and in the team fight I expect that Rimtolis is just going to ult into everybody, gold card the ADC or try and one-shot the ADC.
And well, he goes with ultimate on bot lane. They catch out Desra. Desra gets healed, will be able to run away. And that's about it, but maybe they'll just try to turn it around now.
Yeah, and sorry for that, as Rimtolis, I ganked bot lane, tried to get something, but did not manage to do anything there.
And meanwhile, Damage just getting free damage on the mid lane turret and a couple of free waves, so Rimtolis will just fall more and more behind, but all he really needs right now is Rod of Ages, as Akers gets dived in the mid lane. TVX and Damage both getting pretty low. The Sonic wave does not hit, and well, everyone's just gonna get away alive.
Yeah, no problems there. A bit of a failed dive by TVX, or a successful diversion from Akers, was able to just ult away at TVX, and TVX took so much damage from the turret, was not able to then follow up the dive, and Akers danced pretty well around the minions as he is going now top lane, and Arnex in a lot of trouble.
Arnex does have the flash, but does not flash the Sonic Strike, so he's just going to fall there. And Akers with the second successful gank on top lane. And if Smackler is able to get a small item lead on top lane, then he'll be able to easily 1v1 Arnex.
Yeah, but Rimtolis now a bit
Rimtol
sandwiched.
is getting caught out by the spear and the snare from Rise. Flash used by Damas and Rimtolis is dead.
And that's already 0-2 for him. Domus and TVX have been really well, been able to get in the enemy's jungle, have a lot of vision in there, and have been able to just catch out anybody who tries to clear the vision.
Now let's see. On bot lane also almost even CS, a small edge for Spartan.
Yeah, and TVX is going to take the Drake solo. Nobody is going to even question it. Nobody is going to try and do anything, and doesn't really need any help. Big man there is able to pick up the first Mountain Drake for his team, and that if they can, if Keep Yourself Alive can just keep up this aggression and good early plays, then they should be able to just snowball this game. But Arnex just has to kind of start playing it more safe, get more visions in his jungle, and look out from the ganks from Ekis. As yeah, if Smackler gets a lead, then it's going to be really hard for them for Keep Yourself Alive to do this 1-3 type of composition as Arnex goes in for the trade. But who is going to, in the end, who's going to win it? It does seem like an equal trade, so nothing too much there.
And Rimtol is roaming top lane. He does have the ignite and ultimate, but he's not going to use it.
Is going to, yeah, just not showing in the lane. That just gives a lot of pressure, because then they don't know where he is, and he can use his ultimate and go anywhere from there.
And now it's pretty rough for Rimtolis, as the next time he's going to attempt a roam, Damas will just get the middle turret. So it's already pretty low.
There's a 3-man gank in the bot lane. The Ekis also comes there. Dash is going to fall most likely. Or is he? Yeah, he is. As Ekis lands the Psionic Strike. And but Spartan manages to survive. And that's going to just allow him to not die.
And Ekis hunting him down, and that could be the first turret. But the first turret actually goes down to mid lane, as mentioned. Yeah, next time Rimtolis will roam, the turret's going to fall. And already pushing down the tier 2, getting some damage done. He'll just clear some minions, because Ekis is on mid lane, clearing minions of himself and just trying to proxy it a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm really surprised about the vision control that Keep Yourself Alive have been able to manage this game. As yeah, they've always cleared all the pink wards that Jagris have.
And well, an engage on Damas against the kick from Ekis, and that's going to be 1-for-1. Damas and Ekis both falling, as TVX was there to support his mid laner.
Now Desha is left on security duty on mid lane to try and negate as much damage from the turret as he can. And he's not going to use the tornado on the wave. He wants to pick up these creeps for himself, not deny them. So, yeah, not too much. Rimtol is not able to deal too much damage to that. But has the Rod of Ages stacking now, as Afting and Frexy now go top lane.
And yeah, since they got the first turret blood, they'll be, well, not first turret blood, but the first ones to get turret on blood, they'll be the first ones to roam to the top lane. And now, well, Frexy didn't finish his first item yet, didn't finish the Essence Reaver. So it's going to be pretty rough, as I think that if Spartan can manage to get his static Shiv right now, he'll be ahead of Tempo in terms of items of AD carries.
Yeah, and both of the AD carries have the same farm, so nobody has been able to take control of the wave, and that just benefits Spartan more. He is the one who wants to scale, and will have an easier time carrying in the late game, as Tristan is a pretty safe late game hyper carry.
Well, already on bot lane we see, well, on bot lane, top lane is both have 1 items, and now Smackler wants to be careful. He doesn't want to try to 1v1 Arnex. He'll just probably, like now, just clear the waves and go try to get a roam somewhere.
Or get some vision at least, as Ekis is top lane and is looking for Spartan, but Spartan is
and it could be 3v3 on top.
Yeah, but they don't.
And Ekis kicks Spartan in. He gets the rocket jump away. Now double snare from Frexy, and TVX is already in there. Now let's see, Akers gets the first blood, well, the first, yeah, kill, and a 3-man ultimate coming in from Arnex, but Arnex is going to fall there. Damas gets one, he's looking for more, everyone's super low. Are they going to get it? Rimtola's got the rocket, well, the explosive shot, and well, Damas is going to fall. Now Spartan, Desert, the only 2 members of Keep Yourself Alive.
The pun intended, as Frex and Afting and Smack are now looking to like do as much damage to the top lane turret as they could. I don't think they could dive this, as I don't see Smacker being tanky enough for the dive potential here. But Frexy getting those double buffs is going to be really happy about that.
And yeah, that was a 3-for-2 trade from both teams. 5-man on the top lane. They will get some damage, but not the turret yet. And the next Drake coming up, we saw the first Drake going to Keep Yourself Alive. Next Drake is going to be Cloud Drake. So if these well, skirmishes keep on happening, then yeah, the Cloud Drake definitely benefits it, since I think both teams wanted both mid laners especially. It's super nice on Rise, super nice on Twisted Fate, because both of them have a relatively short range for their CC, so they want to get more movement speed to go in and yeah, to snare or stun the enemies.
Yeah, and Domas has the priority mid lane now, but he got his Rod of Ages later than Rimtolis, so he's will stack a little bit slower than Rimtolis. So they could, if they know, they could try and use this power spike to their advantage.
And well, it's going to quiet down a little bit, since not a lot of action will probably happen. Damas is on the top lane poking out Frexy quite a lot. He just needs to clear the waves. Well, yeah, where is Spartan? Spartan and Ezra are coming from the river, and it might be a flank on the top lane, 2v3.
Could happen.
And TVX is already there. 4 people on top actually, and the Afting instantly dies. Frexy is going to be next when uses his ultimate, but it's not going to help him as double kill goes to Damas.
Yeah, and Damas just picking up all the kills this game, has not given any love to Spartan, but that is just going to allow him to split push more efficiently, as Rise is this type of champion that usually, I think we saw Ryu from 100 Thieves play Rise like this, as he just split pushes all the waves and then uses his ultimate or something like that to flank and try and get kills that way.
And how did that go?
Well, second place in the playoffs, so not too bad in NALCS.
And well, Rimtolus is looking to get that not Infinity Edge, but rather the Lich Bane into, and well, we got Destiny popping off. Akers secures the Rift Herald. Now they're going in. After him with the kill on the Desert, Spartan's going to be next one, but he rocket jumps away. TVX super low, but yeah, a great steal from Akers, and Rift Herald goes to Žalgiris eSports.
Yeah, and I did not expect these games to be as intense, kill intensive, as there are now 18 kills in 18 minutes. I thought the ball, like Keep Yourself Alive would play aggressive, but the Public Enemy or Žalgiris eSports, I mean, would have liked to play a bit more to the late game, as they usually play that style of play.
But they do not have the late game champions, and they did not opt into that. We saw a couple of weeks ago what Akers could do with the Nidalee, where they just finished the games in 20 minutes. Now this time it's Lee since Nidalee was picked, and Akers is looking for something, but he's a little bit too low. And what happened there? Damas just, yeah, got the kill on Frexy, solo killed him. And he's flash again, flash snap from Damas, dodges the knockup, and they're going to go in, but Smackla is a little bit too tanky.
A bit too tanky for now, but Rift Herald is just keeps doing damage to the mid-lane turret. Will not be able to take it, but still does a lot of damage to it. As the next Drake, Cloud Drake, is gonna expect go to Keep Yourself Alive if they take it now. Yeah, TVX goes for the second Drake as well. Will solo it, as Domas may be looking for a flank onto the bot lane, he's going to find Afting. Oh, Afting with the ward. So won't be catched out there.
I don't know if Keep Yourself Alive really wants to take this Drake. In this case, they get Cloud Drake as the next one as well, but in general, in this situation, when you're scaling, you would want to keep the Drake as like Cloud, since Žalgiris eSports will hit their strongest power spikes pretty soon. And if, for example, the next Drake would be like Inferno, that forces you to fight the next fight when the enemies are the strongest. So if you just keep it Cloud Drake and yeah, completely ignore it, you can just scale better and better into the late game. And Ryze, Tristana are pretty great in late game. Tristana obviously the queen of late game. Ryze not so much, but I would say that he's on par with Twisted Fate, since Twisted Fate has like strong 2 items and then again like 6 items or something.
Yeah, and Spartan steals away the Rift Herald under Ekis' nose, just standing over the wall, had enough range to get that one auto attack in and steal it away. So Ekis might be pretty salty about that, as they don't have too much vision around Baron now. Well, actually they have no vision around Baron for now. But that will change. Well, not now, as Frexy. Oh, Frexy had a pink ward, so he placed it down there at the Baron. But TVX most likely will pick it up now. No, he won't, as he doesn't want to get caught out. Domus and Arnex both just keeping the pressure on the sidelines, while Spartan is just farming up middle and trying to get his 3 item spike.
And Arnex going for the teamfight build, well, the most default one, which is Black Cleaver into the Frozen Mallet. That probably signifies that they're not going for the 1-3-1, or not like relying on the 1-3-1 this game, since otherwise I guess Blade of Drinking would be a better second item. But yeah, Frozen Mallet, pretty good all-around item, nothing bad to say about it. But it's not the most optimal item if you want to go 1-3-1.
Yeah, I would say Butter would be a lot better, as the
and well, Destiny comes in and Desert gets stunned. Desert pretty low, already used his ultimate. Now Afton goes in, gets the flash, double grand entrance charms, and well, Spartan's next one falls, so 2-0 for Žalgiris eSports, and they're looking for the Baron right now.
Yeah, going to pick that up. Smacker used his TP to help his team out, but will Keep Yourself Alive be able to stop this? TVX might try and go for the steal.
They're not fully committing, as Arnex is still pushing down the bot lane.
Yeah, so it's all on TVX. Can he steal away the Baron? Will he be able to do it? And he does not, as Smacker secures it with Feast. And yeah, TVX just dies there to the team. Arnex won't be able to also pick up the turret, so a good play from Žalgiris eSports. Lose nothing and gain a lot from that.
And now with the Baron buff and the Lich Bane on the Twisted Fate, they might even go for the, maybe not 1-3-1, but 4-1 for sure. Well, yeah, they can still go 1-3-1 because Arnex is not strong enough to bully out Smackler, so Rimtolis can just take a side lane, and I think he can 1v1 pretty much everyone there on the enemy team, and if more than 2 people come, then he can just Destiny away.
Yeah, should be able to. And but the longer the game goes, the better Keep Yourself Alive will be. And it's now Žalgiris eSports have to kind of just pull the trigger, find when they can pull the trigger, and try to end the game as fast as they can. Because yeah, it's going to be really hard for them. We have to keep working on Afting, what he'll be able to do under account pick, what engages he'll be able to do. Is I think he's one of the main.
So far he's done pretty good, I guess.
Yeah. There's a spear lance from TVX on.
But does not deal too much damage there, even without the shield. So yeah, TVX's Nidalee has not been the most dominant one in this case, but well, Nidalee was up against the Lee Sin. It's pretty hard to deny Lee Sin in the early game. So let's see if he can justify the Nidalee pick later
As
on.
a dive happening bot lane, as Arnex is in trouble.
No smite, no flash for him, and well, he gets the double jump away and will survive. Whoa. And Damas and TVX comes in. The snare comes down on Smackler as turret falls. But so many minions that they might even turn this around, but they will not even attempt to do it. As they get to turret bot, turret top, and objectives after objectives. Žalgiris eSports is almost 4K ahead from being like 4K behind.
Yeah, so we're able to, in the mid-game power spikes, knew when they had them, and we're able to pull the trigger and get everything they had to. Now, it's just up to them of what if they can pick anything else up. And then they just have to try and find a pick, and then from that pick get some other objectives and try to end the game then.
And Damas, even though he has the cleanse, he's not able to just snowball the game with the lead he got in the early game, because if once every like 6 seconds there comes a 2-second stun from Rimtol, it's pretty rough channeling your spells and trying to deal damage.
And all 3 lanes pressured by Žalgiris eSports. The 1/3 should fall eventually. Which one is it going to be? The mid lane? I think it's going to be the mid lane one.
Yes, top lane. It's pretty hard for Frexy and Aftig to step up.
Yeah, but again, our next in trouble is going to fall this time, and most likely that is going to be the bot lane turret falling.
Or maybe they'll just defend
or maybe
it. Well, let's see. I want to see like Damas going for a really deep ultimate, but he has no ultimate. So maybe if he gets one, when the cooldown comes off, he could go for top bot to double kill on top lane. Frexy and Afting just getting 2v2 onto Spartan and Desert, and that's the inhibitor turret falling in top lane. They'll get the inhibitor as well probably, or well top bot lane at least. So yeah, keep yourself alive. Pretty cornered here as they're not able to defend their base. Someone's dead all the time.
Yeah, but Arnex is looking to try and stop Rimtilis and Smacker from getting the bot lane inhibitor.
But they will get 2 inhibitors. Maybe will die for that, but that's about it. Rimtolis will die for sure. Smackler now tries to run away. He has no mana, but Ekis is there to try to assist him. The kick will come in soon, so maybe he can just kick the enemies away. And well, he's just there to zone them.
The spear almost ends, but Ekis was able to sidestep that one, as everybody except Rimtolis will be able to escape this one.
And I would say that's a pretty good trade, like 1 Rimtolis for 2 inhibitors.
Yeah, and all they have to just do now is pick up that mid lane inhibitor, and they should be able to slowly but sure win the game.
And Rimtol is not even going for the Zanya's, just straight up damage with the Rabadon's death cap. So he's feeling comfortable on champion, and we've seen that he's played a lot of Kassadin, Twisted Fate. Those were the matchups on the mid lane a couple of seasons ago. So we can see that he's probably, yeah, man of culture from like season 3, season 4, knowing what to do, what to pick.
Yeah, Žalgiris now are going to pick up this the third Drake, or the first one for them. That is going to be a Cloud Drake, so we'll even the Cloud Drake amount on the teams, and the next Drake is going to be
another Cloud Drake.
So I would say unlucky for Žalgiris eSports, but pretty lucky for Keep Yourself Alive with the Drakes.
Well, yeah, but this could have been Infernal Drake, as Keep Yourself Alive took the Drake previously, and they forced it to respawn again. Now, the next Drake is going to be Cloud, and if none of the teams take it, then the Elder Drake won't spawn.
Yeah, and
so that's pretty big. One of the teams will have to decide, if the game's not ended, if they want to see the Elder Drake and fight for it in the future.
Yeah, now Žalgiris eSports have that 1-3-1 where Ekis is pressuring top lane and Smacker is pressuring bot lane, trying to just thin out, Keep Yourself Alive, and try and get some objectives that way. Smacker is already in the base, and Arnex has some trouble clearing the waves, but not too much. Yes, Frexy and Afting just ready to go in when the opportunity comes.
And well, it's going to be middle inhibitor turret falling down, the last inhib on the plate. Now, the problem is that Rimtolis and Frexy are both pretty low range, they have ton of damage, but they have to step up to deal it.
Yeah, and Afton gets chunked out a little bit, so we'll just back off.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time as the minions are pushing into the base.
And well, they're going in. Grand Entrance not going to land on anyone. Frexy pretty low. The spear is going to miss, as will the tornado. And the ultimates are down. Now, are Keep Yourself Alive able to engage right now?
Yeah, there were pretty quick fingers from Desha, who was able to use his ultimate to negate Afton's engage. So good on him. And Frexy now won't be feeling as safe as before without his ultimate. So this is just going to give some time for Keep Yourself Alive to get back to get the base.
And they're going for the Baron bait. Will TVX get caught? It seems like Smackler is in the middle of things for no reason. And Spartan gets knocked up, gets double knocked up. Snag goes in, and well, bot lane dead again. Followed up by TVX, and this might be the end of the game. Damas knocked up as well. Flash comes in for Mtolis. Damas in trouble, puts down the Sterax. Now flashes away from the follow-up knockup and will survive, but it's one Damas versus almost the whole Žalgiris eSports. Only Frexy dead for them, and they might even go for the game right now.
The minions are coming. They have the waves, so they could try this if Rimtolis
and well, Rimtolis is getting pretty low, but it seems like Damas will die. Smackler gets the last kill, and what a game! And what a game from Žalgiris eSports, using their composition very well and getting what their team comp needed to finish up the game pretty early. What time is it? Like 31 minutes?
Yeah, 31 minutes. So they were able to follow their game plan, not fall behind too much in the early game. Good job on Ekes there, because yeah, he was the main deal why they didn't fall behind too much, was able to put out a lot of pressure on the map. Well, even though Keep Yourself Alive did win the early game, I think they shouldn't have, but still in the mid game they were able to come back and punish Keep Yourself Alive's composition basically. And
yeah, so much damage coming down from like I would say Ekes and Rimtolis, and yeah, everyone pretty much. Rimtolis, it seems like he stunned everyone on cooldown, and he is the man with the top damage. 2100, well, 21,000 rather. Only Damas, well, Damas slightly behind, also 21,000. Couple of hundreds here and there. But yeah, it was the battle of wits, the battle of mid laners. And in the end, Rimtolis got the pickoffs, what their team needed to finish up the game.
And that was the first game of Žalgiris eSports versus Keep Yourself Alive. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with game number 2 after a small pause.
Never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
And we are back in the second champion select for the game between Žalgiris eSports and Keep Yourself Alive. And the first game was pretty interesting as it went back and forth. And at the end, Žalgiris eSports took the W.
Yeah, and I want to see what Keep Yourself Alive will be able to adapt to this game. Maybe they'll take a more early game team comp that we saw that if they can win the early game. So maybe they just pick up an early game skirmish composition, try to win from there and snowball the game.
And similar bans as in the first game from Žalgiris eSports side, we see the Caitlyn, the Fizz, and third one was Kaiza. Now, from Keep Yourself Alive side, Xayah is banned, so maybe that was an issue for them. Or maybe they didn't want the Xayah-Rakan combination.
Yeah, maybe they didn't enjoy that one. As it's pretty hard to get an advantage against that one, as they're pretty strong together, and it's also they're really safe when they get level 6, because there's really nothing you can, not too much you can do against them.
And Twisted Fate banned as well, so focusing down on the first game picks from Žalgiris eSports. And third one, I don't know. Third one could be like Kassadin, or third one could be like Cassiopeia or something like that. Now let's see what happens. And yeah, the same 3 bans as in first game for Žalgiris eSports. Caitlyn, Fizz, and Kaiza. So focusing down the carry potential from Keep Yourself Alive.
Yeah, and I expect that to be Nidalee first pick again. But his Lee Sin was really good as well, so maybe they don't want to pick that up as fast. Want to get other pickups as Ornn is still open for top. They could first pick that or they could go with the Jhin.
Or maybe like Braum or Tom Kench or something like that. Even though Braum is not, well, I don't know if those 2 picks are that contested, but Kha'Zix's first pick for Ekaz, so that is already showing us that Ekaz wants to really go into, go on to the Keep Yourself Alive's backside.
Yeah, back line. As Skarner looks like is going to be picked up. So that they have a good skirmishing jungler, try and shut down Ekaz's early game, but no, the Lee Sin comes out.
And now TVX wants to show Ekaz what he can do on the Lee Sin pick.
Yeah, it wants to show how he can insect somebody, how he can, in the early game, can try and 1v1 Kha'Zix. And it gives a lot of control. Also, as Lee Sin shows invisible targets with his spells, so that will also show Kha'Zix where he is, so that they would be able to try and pop him as fast as they can.
And well, Tristana picked up, so the same AD carry pick from Spartan as in the first game. And well, Braum picked up, so what's going to be the next champion? With Braum together, I don't know. You can pick basically anything. I wouldn't say that Jhin is the best pickup here, but they can still go for something scaling, something like Jinx, if they want to risk with that. But Sivir. I don't know. Jinx, Sivir, maybe Varus. Frexy plays quite a bit of Varus as well. And yeah, we got Ornn and Taric picked up.
And Ornn, so they didn't want to first pick Ornn, so they wouldn't pick up Braum for themselves, Keep Yourself Alive. So they picked those 2 champions after that. And Tristana Taric, pretty good lane if they can really snowball the game, matchup bot lane with the all-in, if it happens. So I'm interested to see if they will be able to do anything bot lane this time. Maybe have more of an impact there, as Xerath and Vladimir banned out.
And yeah, further narrowing down the mid lane pools from these. From these mid laners. Maybe Vladimir is focused down on the Arnak specifically, since it's a pretty free matchup for the Vladimir versus the Ornn. But yeah, Varus banned as well, so together with Braum, not a lot of stuff is open left for Frexy to pick up. Maybe it's going to be the Ezreal. Frexy plays Ezreal a lot, and Braum Ezreal is not the worst pick possible. But it's really rough versus the Tristana, since you're getting heavily outscaled.
Yeah, and Domus again going with the Ryze, even though Zed was open, still opting into the Ryze pick. is going to go with that one, and the Frexy hovering the Draven.
I don't know if he's going to go for the Draven. It would be a super strong pick, but I don't think that Frexy is a Draven player. More for, yeah, Jhin and Ezreal. But, well, Jhin could work, but it's a pretty immobile champion versus Lee Sin versus the Taric versus Tristana. And it's going to get locked in, so Frexy will have to show his swift feet on the champion. Probably going for the Swifties as well. So let's see. That's probably going to be like an Infinity Edge into Rageblade or something like that. Rageblade is pretty bonkers. Some people say that it's actually bugged and broken, even people from Riot.
I think it got hotfixed. I think they hotfixed it.
It got hotfixed, but it still doesn't do what it's supposed to do. That's why in the European Masters right now, Jhin is disabled. Or maybe not the European Masters. I think, yeah.
Could be. And Nivea picked up for Rimtos in the mid lane. We've seen him play that champion a lot. And Jace picked up for Arnax.
So it's going to be pretty high. Arnax played Jace only in the week 1, I think, versus Real Gaming. It was a pretty good showing of him. Hasn't played it since. And versus the Ornn, I wouldn't say that it's the most favorable matchup for Jace, but yeah, the one top laner who gets the lead will probably snowball the matchup, as Ornn has pretty bonkers base damage, and together with 2 carry junglers from both sides, it should be pretty interesting battles on the top lane.
Yeah, it's just going to come down on which jungler can affect top lane the most. We might see some early invade from Lee Sin to clear out the topside jungle of Ekis, so that Ekis wouldn't really have anything to pick up there, and he wouldn't have this. He wouldn't have like the chance, or like he shouldn't go there because he lose a lot of time just going there and not picking up anything. So that could be one of their strats.
And well, going into these games, we have to remind you that we have a giveaway for the Hypertown Riga Expo. We're giving away one 2-day ticket, well, a ticket for both days. And to participate, you just have to participate in the chat action. Just write stuff over and over again. And at the end of the day, we're going to then announce the winner of the giveaway.
Yeah, and just spam hashtag keep yourself alive win or KS win, and hashtag ZAL win, or just spam Omega walls and when something interesting happens. So it's all up to you. And as the players are loading into the game, we'll have a small pause, so don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
And we are live in the second game between Žalgiris eSports versus Keep Yourself Alive. And already, well, this time we can see it from the minute one. Whoa! Woo. And, well, let's see if we're going to see any crazy invades. But both teams have played it safe for the whole season. And this is not going to be an exception since, well, in this context, Žalgiris eSports does not, well, wants to get to 2-0 to just cement their lead, well, and their standings to get to the LAN finals, while Keep Yourself Alive doesn't want to give away a free 2-0 from level 1.
Yeah, they just want to get the lead, and they want to get to 1-1. As if they get 1-1, they still have a high chance of getting into the LANs, going to LAN.
And well, these matchups, I want to see what's going to happen in the top and jungle. Since bot lane is probably going to be a farm lane, I don't see a way how Jhin Braum can potentially kill Tristana and Taric. Well, Tristana and Taric have the outplay potential, but versus the wall from Braum, it's pretty unlikely that it's going to happen. And both junglers starting from red, and Žalgiris eSports, yeah, with the bot lane leash, so Kha'Zix will have an easier time in jungle a little bit. Maybe he'll be in time for an invade if TVX wants to go for it.
Could happen, but yeah, Spire and Dash are both getting that level 2 push in faster. Might get to level 2 and then just try and all in and get the lead from there. But the wave will be pushed pretty hard, so most likely they won't be able to do so.
And Phyrexia already with freeze in the bottom lane. Now it's pretty hard to break that position if he wants to keep it in that place. And it's pretty good for the Jhin and Braum, since they need like level 3, level 4 to actually try to contest for CS. Well, to deny some CS.
Yeah. Now the level 2 comes out. Phyrexia looking to get that fourth shot onto Destra or Spartan, but did not get that. Yeah, Žalgiris eSports will know where TVX is now, and he's going to go pick up the Rift Scutterer on the bot side.
And this game is going to be much interesting, since Infernal Drake is going to be the first Drake. And well, on top lane, Arnex getting pushed in a little bit. He went to help his jungler a little bit, so he'll just have to take it for a bit.
Yeah, TVX meanwhile stealing away the Krugs. It's interesting. I'm interested to see if X is going to go and do the same. He's going to invade TVX and steal away the Krugs. As TVX did not pick up his Wolves or Gromp to get this done, but X did go with the full core.
Well, X taking the Rift Scuttler. Now he's going to get some vision in jungle, or maybe go for a possible gank in mid lane, but Damas knows what's up. He's playing pretty safe, as Rimtolis probably gave away the position of Ekes, stepped up more than usual, and that's the problem with players who just like to farm in the early game. Every time you see them come up the lane and try to go aggressive, you know something's up.
Yeah, Ekes is going to steal away the Krugs as well, so in the end Ekes is going to be, I would say, will have the upper hand in the jungle, because when he'll recall, he'll be able to just full core his jungle again and have a slight edge on TVX in the levels.
Yeah, well, Ekes on the top side, but pretty low, so even resets the Krugs. He will get spotted right now by the Warden Tribrush. So they will probably know his position for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, but Arnex is falling 10 CS behind now to Smackler. So hasn't had the early game he would want to, but yeah, as you said previous weeks, that it's really hard against Ornn to get the early advantages, as he doesn't have to go back to
especially now, Jace relies so much on the early damage, while Ornn already has Doran Shield and 2 cloth armors.
And hasn't backed once. TVX is going to steal away the Scuttle Crab against Ekes. We'll leave one bird, I think, alive.
Well, he will get spotted. Slowed down a little bit, but I don't think he will die there. Now, Spartan getting was snared by the deadly flourish. Now Afting just zoning them away.
Nothing much. Thomas is going to back as he doesn't have any mana, so we'll lose a bit of creeps to the turret. As he might just yeah, he just changed his ignite to TP and is going to just teleport mid lane. As Ekis is looking for something, most likely will not do anything.
Rimtolus is level 6, so they might burn a flash here.
They could. Ekis is still 4, but yeah, Thomas is not going to push up. So he's going to play it pretty safe.
Now at this point, I don't know, I think Ekis could have tried for the Drake, for the early Drake solo. He might not go after, well, he might have to recall after that, but since there's no camps in the TVX's blue side, there would be nothing for TVX to do that.
Yeah, but now Ekis is going to again clear his jungle. While TVX is just only going to get the Rift Scuttler, so slowly the full clear already paying off a bit for Ekis. He's looking for top lane. Arnex doesn't have any mana, but he does have a ward, so he knows.
And the Ornn ultimate comes down. Arnex gets knocked up, and that's going to be first blood for Smackler.
Yeah, even though Arnex knew that Ekis is still there, went with the greedy recall, didn't go to his tower, but recalled in the bush, and yeah, just had to pay the sacrifice, pay the price for that. As Ekis is going to be able to steal away the blue buff now.
And it's going to get only
red buff, I mean.
rougher and rougher for Arnex, since versus the Ornn, he just needs to start with Black Cleaver, which is not what you want to do on the Jace. He'll have to go for the 1v1 build, which is like Black Cleaver into Blade of Drone King. If he wants to do that, because in the previous game he did not go for Blade of Drone King on the Gnar, so maybe he'll dissuade that in this one as well. Now he tries to get aggressive, but even with the full combo, he barely does any damage.
Yeah, tanks are broken. Tanks just broken. The only like carry champions I think you can play top is like Renekton and Camille. And Gangplank.
Fiora as well, and Irelia right now.
Oh yeah, Irelia now is real strong as well.
But Fiora versus all these tanks is super good, but then you have to have a certain team camp that can stall till like 30 minutes. Well, win the early 30 minutes till you can just 1v2 anyone. And Infernal Drake still up 8 minutes in. It's not even warded, so both junglers playing safe around it, don't want to get caught red-handed next to the Drake.
And this time both the teams playing it a bit more safe than last time. Don't see too much early aggression from the players. So yeah, bot lane is pretty safe for both of the teams, so they can't really do anything about that. The mid lane is also just one mid laner wants to push out the other one. As yeah, Rimtolus tried to set up a gank for Ekis, but Thomas was able to chunk a bit out of Rimtolus, so that will fail. And the TVX knows that his red buff is stolen. I think, oh no, he picked up his own red buff and is now going to steal Ekis' red buff. So good read from him. Knew that Ekis hasn't backed yet or picked up his red buff.
And this is like the second time where TVX gets a timing advantage onto Ekis. First time it was on the Raptors, now it's the red buff, and now he's waiting for Ekis in the bush. He is a level ahead, so he might have the damage, but he backed at the right time since Rimtolus is already dead to help out.
Yeah, and after together with Fix also roaming, but a fight bot lane.
Direct ultimate comes down, now there's pretty healthy, but he ate yeah, he didn't need too much damage. The ultimate saved him for that with the heals and stuff. Now in mid lane, a big fight. Damas uses the realm worm to get closer, but they are out of mana now. Bot lane, Frexy in trouble, but will flash and heal away. Now Curtain Call comes down, 1 hits, 2 hits. Now there's a lot of people tanking that. TVX gets a kill, and that's going to be a kill for Smackler. Nornot comes down, does not connect with anyone, and a 1-for-1 both supports falling.
Yeah, and Smackler had to use his TP there. All of the summoners on bot lane used. TVX also used his flash, so they could try and maybe make a play around that. But Winston is pretty mobile with his abilities, so it's going to be really hard for them to punish that. Because will still evade the Raptors, while Boobuff is still alive for Keep Yourself Alive, and Thomas has not been able to pick that up for himself yet.
And a bit of turret damage on the top, a bit more, and well, on the next time, it was similar as in the first game. Ramtolis tried to roam and the first turret blood went to Damas. Now in this game it could be the same for Arnex. So Smackler's pretty much forced to stay on top lane right now, unless they can get first turret blood for themselves.
Yeah, it could be TVX now. Keep Yourself Alive are going to try and pick up the Inferno Drake for themselves. Ekis did back off, so that most likely will be a free Inferno for them.
And free Inferno for Jace and Lee Sin. That's pretty massive, since it just well, delays their fall off for like an extra 5 minutes. And the next Drake is going to be Ocean, so maybe not the most beneficial, but not the worst either. Yeah, it's pretty good with long sieges.
Yeah, and for Jace as well, as he has usually mana problems, and that Ocean Drake will help that with that a little bit. If they do pick it up, maybe Joggers eSports will secure that one for themselves. As yeah, only 2-1 right now. Both kills for Joggers eSports are on Smackler, so he's been playing pretty good this game, while TVX has the only kill on his team.
But TVX is pretty ahead, and Arnex in trouble again. He has to flash away. Ornald comes down, and it's going to be a kill for Ekis. So, yeah, second successful gank from Ekis on the top side. The turret is full of health, so they will probably not be able to take it, but they will attempt to.
I think they could do it. I think like TVX can't really defend this, but the TP from Thomas comes out, so yeah, they will back off. Thomas is going to actually finish that, so now Rimtulis can get some damage onto the mid lane turret. And it does seem like they're going to swap. The Thomas is going to go top lane and Arnex is going to go mid lane, and I think that's really good for him, as Arnex has 2 armor items on him. So that would just help out them a lot, but it does seem like Joggers eSports are going to just do the same, and Smacker is already roaming to mid lane.
Well, other than that, a pretty quiet game bot lane. A humble 10 CS, a lead for the Tristana. Mid lane pretty much dead even, and yeah, the top lane is the biggest difference here, because yeah, 2 kills on the Ornn already. Smackler has 1 and Relvar comes in. They do not take the travel.
Spartan almost falls, but the ultimate from Tarek comes in to help him out, and Desh stuns both Frexy and Afting, so Spartan is going to live to fight another day.
And it's going to be probably a curtain call after this, so they have to be careful. Now, if Spartan does not get to kill, and yeah, here comes the curtain call, 2 kills on the plate, will he get any of them? And he gets Dezra.
But the Arnex TPs from behind, he's going to get Afting most likely.
And TVX there as well going in on Frexy. Frexy gets the deadly flourish though, but no escape lamp from him. And Sonic Strike misses, but Damas is there to just chase him down. Maybe, just maybe, Frexy will get an execute, but the second Sonic Strike
and Spartan's going to die also from Ekis, so that's, in the end, that's 2 for 2, I think?
Yeah, 2 for 2, and the turret and top lane probably.
Most likely, yeah.
Smackler, yeah, smacks it down hit by hit.
And he does get it. So Smackler really ahead right now, has 6k, has like 2k more, a bit more, 1.5k more than Arnex, so the lead doesn't seem that big for now.
Yeah, well, Nornald comes in from Smackler, does not hit the second proc, and well, Damas will try to turn it around, but the base damage from Ornn is just too big, and they will try to just get middle turret. Will get it to like 200 HP.
Is Jesha going to survive this? Wait, he escaped. I thought he was going to die to Ekis, but in the end he managed to survive. He had to use his flash, but still he survived the encounter there. And a good play from him. As Dreamtulis wants to back off, he's lower than half health. Wants to get something, but all Keep Yourself Alive members, or I mean 3 Keep Yourself Alive members are mid. want to break the turret down. Remptolis is going to come together with Smackler, and they should have enough wave clear to clear the minions.
And versus the Anivia well, tier 1 on mid lane is the most important Drake, the most important turret rather, on the map in general, because if you cannot break it before Anivia can like perma-wave clear, it's pretty much impossible afterwards.
Arnex again is back top lane, has a big wave there, wants to craft that into the turret before Smackler comes. And TVX was able to steal away the Gromp, so because Ekis doesn't have anything to pick up out in topside jungle, only the Rift Scuttler. He's going to take that. Domus and Remptolis haven't been able to 1v1 each other yet, have been playing really safe, just farming it out, and yeah, not getting too big of a lead for themselves there.
But the Remptolis will get the turret on mid lane, and it's going to be, will he? He forgot to auto-attack the turret. Egg comes down, Ekis is already dead. Damas might be in trouble here, but TVX will get the first kill. Will he get the second one? He has the ultimate, he goes with the ward jump and gets the second kill. So 4-0 on the Ekis and a big shutdown on, 4-0 on TVX and a big shutdown on Ekis.
Yeah, and that's just going. They did pick up the turret, but they traded 2 kills for that. And
it should not have happened. Like Remptolis was too focused on the putting out spells as he forgot to auto-attack the turret. But Derek ultimate comes down a bot lane. There's already teleport from Ornn coming down. They get the first kill on the Desdra. It's going to be the next one on TVX, or will it? The shield comes down and TVX is alive. Now Spartan tries to deal damage on Smackler, who already has 3 tank items. Spartan's, yeah, he's a little bit too tanky. Now Afting might fall here, but so will Spartan, and Smackler flashes over the wall and gets out alive.
Yeah, so another 2 for 2 trade. Oh no, 2 for 3.
Yeah, 2 for 3.
3 is. TVX also died, but Domus most likely will fall as well, and yeah.
And the combo from Anivia and Ornn putting down the knockup.
Yeah, that's a strong one. I didn't know that they interact that way, so good to know. Good to know. As TVX now is going to try and defend the bot lane turret, but most likely will not be able to. Maybe together with this, they will, but doesn't seem like it.
Well, the stun comes down from Desra, but Desra falling he just got killed by Remptolis thanks to a little bit too much of the Anivia ult.
Yeah, and Ekis saw the Ocean Drake, so that's something they picked up. He's looking to get a roam onto TVX. Is he going to try and 1v1 him? Yeah, he is.
He jumps onto TVX, and will he get it? The kick comes down, but it's a little bit too slow for Ekis as he just falls. Arnex secures the kill.
Yeah, Ekis a bit too overzealous there. Thought that he could 1v1 TVX, but in the end it does seem like he cannot, at least for now. If he could get this, if he would have gotten the Smackler ultimate before he started to go again, then maybe he would have been able to do it, but yeah.
I think the problem is that he started the all of the fight with the ultimate already, and yeah, Remptolis flashed away. TVX came down there, but if Ekis started the fight with an ultimate, he would probably be able to 1v1 the TVX, since he would go into the stealth after the first combo and maybe get out alive even afterwards.
Could be, as Spartan now has finished his Affinity Edge, so he'll start doing some damage. We'll be able to deal more than before, as Rift Herald is going to be picked up by Jagger's eSports. And it doesn't seem like TVX will be able to do anything. He could try and go for the steal, but I think it's a death sentence. Yeah, he does not. I see he gets caught out.
Well, curtain call comes down, Ekis jumps in, Ornn ultimate will also be dead. And it kills TVX before the Taric ult is active.
And Taric just falls as well.
Kills that, and Baron is alive, so they might even go for the Baron right away. Jungler is dead, the Taric ult is not dead to support them, and there's nothing that Keep Yourself Alive can do. That's going to be 20-minute Baron for Žalgiris eSports.
That's one of the fastest Barons we've had in BSL, if not the fastest. I'm not sure about it yet.
Probably is.
Probably is the fastest, yeah. And that is just, we know that when Žalgiris eSports get a lead, usually they know how to use that lead to finish off the game. And this Baron is just going to give them so much, as Spartan and Domas will have a hard time clearing the waves.
And especially they have the Rift Herald as well. They can just push all 3 lanes with the banner up minion, with the Rift Herald, with everything.
Yeah, and they have banner of command as well onto Afting, so they could try and just finish the game in one push, if they try to, or if they want to, as it's going to be really hard for Keep Yourself Alive to clear the Rift Herald and the banner minion. As TVX is going for round 2 against Ekis, and Ekis is going to die again, but now Rimtolis is going to try and revenge him, but
Arnax from the side gets the knockup. Now Egg comes down, Ornatmate comes up, knocks up only TVX, and Rimtolis falls, so a little bit of time bought for Keep Yourself Alive.
And those are 2 Barons off the 2 banner buffs off the table. Bad. I was really bad from Žalgiris eSports. They should not do this, as well, they kind of don't lose too much, as I would say they still have. Well, no, they lose pretty a lot. Yeah,
they could have gotten at least 1 inhibitor as a minimum, with pretty much no counterplay there. But now, as the time goes, Tristana will get the items, Ryze will get the items, and Jace will probably come back into the game.
Yeah, and Domas versus Frexy. Who is going to come out? Oh, a lot of damage comes out from Domas there. But
and Kurtikar comes down, Afting's already there, now damage just flashes out of it.
Yeah,
and takes the blast plant.
Yeah, he's going to be safe, no problems there. As 4 members from Žalgiris eSports are on the top side, and Rimtolis is going to be the one trying to answer the push mid lane.
And Ek is going in onto the Damas. He will get snared and almost killed, getting brought up to 40 HP, 40% HP.
Yeah, but what? TVX goes in and insects Smackler? What?
And that's a pretty interesting play, since Smackler is a bit too tanky with everything up. Akis falls lower and lower, but
Rimtolis cashed out.
Rimtolis will fall from this. TVX cashes in on to kill. They will get the turret though.
Yeah, Akis did back off, so if they would have, they could have, I think, tried and got 3 kills here. But yeah. TVX just insecting Smackler into Domas. Big question marks there. Why would he want to do that? Interesting, interesting. As another Drake is going to spawn, and Derek, what Drake is spawning up?
It's Cloud Drake, so doesn't really help anyone here. None of the champions really need the movement speed that much. Well, I guess Ryze likes it and Jin likes it, but that's about it.
Yeah, but if I hope he can.
And well, Frexy caught out and gets instigated by TVX and Damas.
Yeah, I guess this game hasn't been. Frexy has been. This is the first time Frexy has been caught out, but this game Ekis has been the one that's getting caught out all the time. So Žalgiris eSports seems like they have lost their concentration a bit. Have been able, Keep Yourself Alive have been able to just pick them off 1 by 1.
And well, the question here is, will Žalgiris eSports realize that they shouldn't be caught out and shouldn't go alone, since TVX has a pretty big catch potential, so does Arnax. And well, they will not lose the turret here, since Rimtolis will probably wave clear for days, but they have to be more careful. Now Frexy is looking to finish up that Rage Blade, still needs like 1000 gold or something like that till the Rage Blade. But yeah, they got the late game as well after the Rage Blade buffs. On the rework, I would say the Jin can match the Tristan's late game as well.
Yeah, it's just going to be on Spartan to see if he will be able to get damage onto the right targets, as Keep Yourself Alive are making that death bush.
Well, they're looking for something. TVX on a ward will get spotted and almost dodged everything, but he might fall here. Lattelecom, then it comes down. Eka's in trouble now. Braum gets a knock-up on fall. Lattelecom will almost kill TVX. TVX has to flash away. Damas next one on line. Or the ultimate comes, well, knocks him up. Damas is kiting. Damas is kiting and turning this around. Damas falls pretty low. Deadly flourish connects.
Spartan from the side.
And a double kill from Spartan. Will get the triple kill. The egg is the next quadra kill from Spartan. Can he get the penta here? 1v1 versus the Smackler. Smackler is pretty tanky though. 604 on the Orn, and they will just part their ways here since, yeah, they do not want to take this fight. And 4 for 3 coming down from Keep Yourself Alive, and 4 kills on the Tristana. That is absolutely massive. She'll finish up her second ZAL item. She'll probably get the last whisper as well after this.
Yeah, and it was a really bad fight from Žalgiris eSports, as they were focusing so hard on Arnex and Domas that they didn't see that Tristana is standing right next into the brush and just auto-attacking Frexy and Rimtolis and Ekkas, and it just, I guess they didn't see Tristana there, or I don't know.
And Damas dealing so much damage on the rise, getting the spread damage multiple times even. And I would say that he was the MVP of the fight, as he stayed alive for so long. He dealt so much damage, and then, well, Spartan came in to clear the kills, but Damas really kited them away.
And Damas, now the game will slow down a bit as well. Baron is going to spawn up, so both teams are going to go for that. But I'd say that Keep Yourself Alive now have the advantage, so Žalgiris eSports should not be looking for a fight, especially if...
well, they might get caught out. Rimtol is in trouble, but is he? Dazer falls, but Rimtolis will fall in response. Kernikal and Orneld comes down, gets a knock-up, but the Kernikal will not deal any damage, pretty much.
Yeah, well, he got the 4th shot on Spartan, but Spartan will just heal that back up of pushing in the top lane wave. But he is pretty split from the team, as TVX goes in on Ekkas, but Ekkas goes invisible before TVX can use his ultimate.
And TVX might be in trouble here. Gets the stun from the Braum passive now. A shutdown from Frexy. And yeah, this is only the stun from this gen. But Dam is pretty healthy. Arnex pretty healthy, and they're really low. Arnex might go for the flash combo, but he doesn't since there's a Braum, so it's pretty worthless. And yeah, this is what happens when you try to use the Shock Blast with the Jace versus Braum.
Yeah, but they're going to now push in mid lane, get some vision around Baron. So yeah, questionable plays from Žalgiris eSports, but Rimtolis was able to pick up Dash. If he wouldn't have killed Dash there, then I think it would have been a Baron for Keep Yourself Alive.
And Tristana already with the triple crit items and the finished up Lord Dominic's. Now the next one will probably be Mercurial Scimitar, but we don't know what this Spartan guy wants to do.
Yeah,
We've seen some wacky item builds in BSL.
Yeah, it also could be Guardian's Angel to help out with the AD damage from Ekkas and Frexy, and have that second life after he dies. And the Keep Yourself Alive are going to that 4-1 composition, 4-1 combo where Arnex is split pushing bot lane. He has TP, so he can do that. As yeah, the Baron is started.
Yeah, well, Baron is started, but the West is the least in. It's a rough job securing it. Let's see if we get the steal. We do not. Ekkas secures the Baron, but here comes Keep Yourself Alive. They get a couple of kills already going in. Further, Spartan jumps in, gets the kill, but will fall in response. Damas tries to clean up. Now Frexy, Rimtol is alive over the wall, tries to clean them up. Damas is the last one live from Keep Yourself Alive. And will he get away from this? Yes, he will.
No, he's going down to Rimtolis. Oh no, he won't. Okay.
Now the next Drake is another Cloud Drake.
Another one. So Damas is already rotating to it. will want to pick it up. If you pick up the Celerity Mastery,
Yeah.
I think, then it also gives you damage. Quadrate gives you damage, so doesn't hurt to pick it up for Tristana,
Not much damage.
but it's some damage. And in the late game, all the damage adds up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Damas will just full clear, as it seems like took the Scuttle, Gromp, and the Wolves, and now will recall. And what is he going for? He has 2 more items to finish, already has his death cap. Now, Void Staffs probably be the next one on the line.
And Spartan did go with the BF sword, so most likely that will go to Guardian Angel. I expect at least. And we have 3 yellow trinkets from Keep Yourself Alive. So they are prioritizing vision around the map as much as they can. And Nivea soloing the Drake.
Well, I guess if it wasn't for Lee Sin, we wouldn't have yellow trinket on the jungler. But since the tracker's knife is off, there's no other options unless going for like 3 pink wards at all times.
Here, Azrimtols gets a double stun, but won't be able to do
Curtain Call
anything.
comes down,
more.
TVX will get poked down a little bit. They shouldn't fall there, and they do not.
And Domus is in trouble. He's going to fall to Ekis and Smacker. Smacker uses the ultimate, will not use the second proc of it, as Afting now in a bit of a pickle, but is going to jump out to safety. As one auto attack from Frexy takes point to half health. Off, Keep Yourself Alive, have to just back off. And those are going to be 2 turrets at least, if not the inhibitor.
Yeah, 2 turrets falling. Now, pushing further is going to be difficult, but 30 seconds on the Damas still, so they can try for it. The turret will fall. Will they commit to this? But it seems like that they will just back off. But it doesn't. Oh yeah,
Ekis almost falls.
they back off, but they go back in.
Almost goes down. TVX looking to insect somebody, and he's going to insect Rimtolis. But
Yeah, flashed away. Now Rimtol is still alive. They will just kite this away. Wall comes down from Navy. Everyone's super low on the Keep Yourself Alive side. Frexy wants to get that last hit on the Desra. Ornatmay comes down, but Frexy is not in range for anything now. Damas flash roots Frexy, gets the kill on him. And Afting is pretty low. Double kill for Damas. He's looking for more, but he gets walled out. TVX does not have the kick though. And Ekis, super low, leaps away. And will survive, or will he? TVX will have the ward jump in a couple of seconds. Damas comes in. And well, a good job from Ekis. Dodges the Sonic Strike and leaps away for the second time.
yeah, and these fights have always been so close in this game. Nobody can really get the edge upper hand in them. As also both teams just get 2 targets killed on their team, and then they just fall back. Smacker now is looking to get even tankier if he can. But a really close game from them. Really, both the teams fighting it out, don't want to lose this one, as both of them really want to go to. Geography eSports want to stay the first seed, while Keep Yourself Alive want to be one of the teams that goes to Hypertown.
And yeah, the Baron is not coming up. The next Drake is going to be Elder Drake. Now, what do you think? What does Keep Yourself Alive need to do at this point, since they have a pretty strong 6-item Tristana, they have 5-item Rise. Drace is no pushover either. So what do you think?
Well, they have to secure vision so that they know where Ekis is. If they can get pickups.
And well, Ekis engages on Arnax. Arnax pretty low. Ekis leaps in and gets the kill on Arnax. So 5v4 for the next 50 seconds from Keep Yourself Alive.
Yeah, and Keep Yourself Alive have to back off to defend their base. Rimtulis has to try and cancel these recalls. Will he be able to do so? No, he does not even try. He goes around and wants to join his team.
And well, he will get caught out. Flash, ward kick comes down, and Rimtolis will fall.
Toss falls, but Frexy and Efting are going to pick up the inhibitor. Well, yeah, do pick up the inhibitor. Spartan is going topside, trying to get Smackler off of the turret.
And Spartan has tons of damage. He can just leap in. And, well, there's nothing that Smackler can do. His reign is over. And, yeah, Spartan just melts down Smackler.
Yeah, and Domus is looking for Ekis, but will not find him. And they are going to try and just all in mid lane. Or will no, they will not, as they can't really reach them for now. Arnex is going to be on security duty, defending their base, while all rest of Keep Yourself 5 are going to push down mid lane.
And, well, only one caster minion, which fell to the captive audience. Now they will get to mid lane tier 2. Baron's coming up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, so they will go for that. So all of the team members will be alive. Arnex does have TP, so does Smackler. So they just need to dance. I would say Public Enemy or Jogger eSports have to dance around the Baron and try and just waste as much time as they can from Keep Yourself Alive. So they would have to go back and defend their base from the super minions.
But it's a long, long lane on the bot lane. And those are like 2 minutes till the super minions can push in. And after that, like Spartan or Damas can clear it almost instantly.
Yeah, they could take the Baron really fast as they have Kha'Zix, and they will start it immediately. Domus and Desha are still not there.
Will TVX get this steal down?
No, he will
not attempt it. And second Baron coming down for Žalgiris eSports.
Yeah, but will Arnex will answer that with the bot lane tier 2. And I don't think that the Baron buff really affects too much of Žalgiris eSports. I think it would be more beneficial for Keep Yourself 5, as then Rimtols won't be able to wave clear as much as he can, and that would affect them a lot, as Frexy doesn't have the best of wave clears, and it would be really hard for them to defend the base, as Elder has spawned, and if Keep Yourself 5 give this away, I think that it's going to be really hard for them to win the next team fight.
Well, if Žalgiris eSports gets the Elder Drake, they might even go for the finish. And Damas in trouble, has to flash a bait. Will he survive? And he will not, or Notmate comes down. Derek out as well. Spartan is dealing so much damage, kiting away, jumping in, gets a kill, reset. One more hit onto Afting and he'll get another one, but he does not, it does not matter. The Elder Drake does not go down, and now Keep Yourself Alive will just push down mid lane, as there's 40 seconds on Ekes, 42 on Rimtolis, and well, 35 on Frexy.
Well, but there's going to be a big minion wave going down bot lane. Will they be able to finish the game, or Smacker and Afting will be able to defend the game? And this is going to be the final push.
20 more seconds. Will the two tanks do this?
Can they do it? Can they do it? And the first turret falls. Now Afting in a bit of trouble, but the second turret falls, and they are trying to end the game, and they are going to, and that is going to be a 1-1, as Keep Yourself Alive were able to come back in game number 2 and just win the game off of that one.
What a game, what a game. Baron going down, almost Elder as well, but then Keep Yourself Alive, but just put it together. Spartan with the 6 items dealing so much damage in the last team fight, getting the quadra kill early in the game, and we can see here leading the damage charts, 24k at 38 minutes. That's more than a k a minute, and just Spartan and Damas took it on their shoulders. TVX with early game got so many kills and turned around so many flanks from Ekes. And quite an interesting game to watch. Yeah,
and both of these games were really close, and the first one did go to Žalgiris, as they knew they had the power specs and the game plan. They got the Baron, and they were able to finish that one. But this time, Spartan was able to deal damage to the right targets. Ekes was not able to one-shot anybody in the game, so he would just jump in, get a lot of damage onto Domus, but wasn't able to one-shot him, and then would die to that. And a really nice game from them. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with Domus from Keep Yourself Alive to answer some questions.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. To rap out till I black out.
Welcome back, and we are in the BSL studio with Damis from the previous game. So, hello Damis, how are you doing tonight? How was the first game?
Hello, so the first game was pretty bad and we lost unfortunately, but we managed to win the second one.
Yeah, and what was your adaptation to the second game?
Well, we just wanted to make a better draft, but unfortunately we couldn't, so yeah, so we made a even worse draft, but we managed to stall the game and win in the late game with Tristana.
Okay. Okay, and what was like what do you think are like the top 3 mid laners in the BSL league right now?
You mean players? Of course, Solis, and honestly, I don't really know others. But probably this team's, Žalgiris team's mid laner is pretty good, and I'm not quite sure about the others. But I think there are some pretty good players.
So, for the last question, what do you think? Which are going to be the top 4 teams going to the Hypertown Riga?
Oh, so Iron Wolves, Žalgiris. I'm not sure about third one, and I really hope so that the fourth one would be us.
So thank you for answering the questions. Thank you for making the time. Now we wish you best of luck next week, and well, taking the last wins to get to the LAN, and yeah, me and Cookie says hello to you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello.
Oh.
Thank you.
And yeah,
Bye.
what would you want to say to your fans, to the fans of Keep Yourself Live?
Thank you for cheering for us. If there is someone, and yeah, thank you, and keep yourself alive.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, goodbye.
So that was Thomas from Keep Yourself Alive. We'll have a small break and we'll be right back with Falcon eSports versus Imantas 5.